Ladies and gents, welcome to the winners finals of our Rising Star League. This is Scootman. He's going to be playing as Decimus, doing a very strong run this tournament. On the other side, we've got Darkangel, who's bringing Jerome. 100 pounds are on the line. The very, very top players are banned. So these guys are likely going to be your finalists, but they're just basically plowing through all the opponents so far. And we'll see how they deal with each other. So far, pickups are going a little bit in Scoot's favor. The bullying with the chopper also pretty significant, obviously. The Marines aren't even fighting back. They're just going to be picking up some resources. Maybe a second generator built here for Dark. Certainly no hero build. He probably just wants a Mastodon game here. With the second base. That kind of stuff works pretty good, so I don't see why not. Decimus doesn't have an easy way to deal with Mastodons himself, especially if some of them have snipers in there. Because if you just have snipers on the ground normally, then those snipers just get pulled in by the hero, by the warlord. And here you don't have to worry about that. Also, ditto for choppers. Choppers are not going to be as much of a problem like this. Scoot, in fact, is forced to make a raid camp at the moment to deal with the Darkangel mini over there, but I would have liked for Scoot to do it from this spot, but I guess he wants to pressure the minis afterwards. So he's gonna keep that, in my opinion, or he could just be going chopper, suicide grunt, but that's not necessarily advisable. If Dark just goes Marines from here and has hero out, he kind of has what it takes to deal with grunts for the moment, suicide grunts. Second base is coming up. He's not making any units whatsoever. And honestly, Scoot can't produce enough to really threaten this. All you need is a handful of Marines sitting on mines, capturing power nodes. Dark has no units right now. Oh my god. Anyway, Spartan is happening. Commander Jerome soon TM. And then we'll need to see a few Marines to back this up, because the brutes are coming as well. No Suis to speak of. And Scoot has a second extractor as well, hopefully upgrading soon. I might actually get to deny that base, as Jerome is a very slow hero and he'll take a million years to get there. Vortex is coming in as well. That forced the base to be cancelled. At least some resources come back to Dark here, but Scoot gets really good value for money. In general, tier 2 is available for Dark if he wants it. He clicks up right away. He has a turret back home, so he's relatively well defended. Scoot doesn't have any power nodes yet. So there's no significant advantage for Scoot right now. He's just now getting his second gen. He hasn't had this mini base for a million years. So Dark is in a pretty enjoyable position right now. Maybe he'll think about that base again. Takedowns by the choppers there. Don't know what Dark will do next. Is it just gonna be hogs? It could be just hogs. We're only 5 minutes into the game, so it would be pretty good. I was getting extra pads for what? I don't like it. I don't like it. But he's about to get third point, so maybe it's just Mastodons after all. Just pump Marines, get Mastodons, get a base. Nothing wrong with any of this. Scoot wouldn't be aware of it anyway for a while, until he puts a grunt on the high ground ledge here. He's ready to go tier 2 himself, getting a second power node, still bullying individual Marines coming out of bases. At least the choppers aren't doing other things then. Yeah, we have a confirmation that Mastodons are in play. Still haven't seen grenades on those Marines, so combat tech is a million years away. Hugely missing with the Mantis landing, unfortunately for Dark. It looks like that mini base will be destroyed in the end. Likewise here. Scoot just made one brute? What? He's making elites now. Spots the base. Probably doesn't have another vortex ready. Or anything like that. Grunts are getting picked off left and right. Dark will be maintaining control over the base there. Maybe get a few Cyclops out if necessary, but probably not, to be honest. The Marines should do the trick against that many choppers. And maybe we're seeing the improved Inspire as well. There we go, that's the hero upgrade. In the end, Dark is controlling 3 power nodes. Scoot doesn't have a second base on the way. This is a huge advantage to be in. Just doesn't have a lot of units on the field. That's it. I don't know about the empty Mastodons and how I feel about that, though. That's not so impressive. Scoot has some hunters on the way now. Second barracks. Liking the addition of a Nightingale. And we're gonna see a bunch of Hellbringers. Probably dispersion nozzles to follow. Trying to get some jumps done. That's a beam. Maybe one of the Mastodons will go down with the Marines inside. But it seems that's it. And now the choppers are getting the business. Victory turret also pushing away the infantry army. That was great for Dark in terms of resource value. And remember, he also absorb the beam basically, so really good cost efficiency there. Scoot has high quality units now on the field, however. Only high quality units. And for Dark, I wonder if dispersion nozzles has been done, but grenades is getting researched. Still doesn't have a whole lot of units in these. More Gales joining. At 61 population, the Inspire from Time for Heroes does turn off. You still have the Inspire aura, however, from the hero. The stats are the same, but you don't have the speed bonus. There's dispersion nozzles. Vortex is gonna be called in. That will down one of the Mastodons, maybe a second one. Might snowball from there, actually, guys. Looking pretty good. Bound and Siphon seems to be outperforming what little units Dark has. He did engage without leader power, so fair enough. Oh, there's brutes now from this side base. I think the turret has something to say about that. Some more power node captures going on. Scoot finally has a second base with a third extractor there. He really does need that. Why are those missile sounds playing non-stop? That's so annoying. Scoot's trying to fortify. There's a lot of Mastodons here for Dark, but he just doesn't have the filling, man. Population upgrade should be coming in soon as well for him. Scoot had a lot more resources, but victory turrets getting called in too. Engineer absorbing quite a bit of this. But Decimus dropping into the middle. Ooh, that's good. That's some really good beams right there. Then again, the rest of the army is smoked and they're not liking it very much, it seems. Blasting beam is ready to go. Still just a level 1, but it hurts quite a bit for those Mastodons. But because the units are so spread out, you're never gonna get a second one killed. And ultimately, Decimus didn't get anything meaningful done. There's that counterattack up there. He's still alive himself, of course. Vortex will be helping him. Siphon is buying him a lot of time. Can he actually put these Mastodons down? It might be possible. For the counterattack, there's an anti-infantry turret, so I think that should be able to deal with this now. Don't tell me they're out-regenerating it. That's ridiculous. There is some AoE on that after all. Okay, with the Hellbringer, that should go down. I think for this situation over here, Scoot lost Decimus. And I just don't see how we can deal with that many Hellbringers anymore. Without air, it just seems not doable. The engineers were not the answer. Maybe Banshees would have been. Dark space is defended. He's bringing more Mastodons across. There's just no hunters to deal with them. Scoot's second base is about to be destroyed. He has almost enough resources to go to tier 3. Never actually made a warlord, which would have also helped with a large stun or something like that. Does some serious damage, that. Finally has 5 slots there, but he's not really using it just yet. 2-star Marines here and there. And he's taking those some more power nodes. Now he knows there's no base here even. Dark is the best French player, says Hetchy. He's not French. What the hell are you talking about? This is some Hetchy humor business, I think. It's cool. Anyway. Turret gets silenced. That was an anti-vehicle turret too. Won't be long until this one's destroyed. But there's a shield coming up, so Scoot might be able to save himself a little bit there. Maybe should use Vortex. I don't know. Anything to buy time for this to come up. Dark sees it, right? Yeah, he's using it. That should buy him the time he needs. Or will it? Yeah, it's fine. Obviously, Dark's gonna be careful with that one. Loses the Nightingales to all the Reavers. But he's got a heal zone of his own. Spartans out and about, but no problem. Just jumps into a Mastodon. Everyone's staying at full health without any issue. The shield's nearly fully drained. And no doubt Dark has got like a turret drop or something like that coming up. All these Spanish units sitting in the flames. Definitely not fun for them. It just keeps going. All the infantry is almost gone. There's just 2 hunters left and some very weak elites. But Dark's Marines are also biting the dust, to be fair. And no buildings have been destroyed here. Scoot actually recycled his shield for some reason. It's not like he can build a new one. I guess it's down anyway. He's gonna use the resources to build there. He defends! He managed to defend. Dark on 47 population. I guess if he groups his units back up again, things might be fine. Spartan's ready to do a... Oh my god, the Mantis stuns half the army and then the bombs. The trash. It destroyed so much here. There's still some veteran units as well to stick into Mastodons. Catches an engineer there. A little bit of value here and there. It all adds up, guys. Abundance Fury, giving these guys an upgrade, of course. Dark with the tier 3 upgrade. You know, once you upgrade that hero, it's gonna be quite the challenge for Scoot to handle. But maybe Dark is just building up to 1800 of each resource type to drop in Omega Team, and with that he would just take over 3 of these vehicles, and the rest of the army just probably goes poof. That would be an overwhelming advantage for Dark if he gets those boys out. So I think he shouldn't spend his resources, actually just get those boys and play with that. Laser barrage is gearing up as well. Maybe it's worth just throwing the Mantis. I don't know. That laser thing is pretty powerful. Scoot's getting another expo, but if this one's destroyed, then, you know, he will not have made a lot of progress. One star on the J Rome. Oh boy. Well, Dark is saving resources after all. And no doubt he has Omega Team. There's no way he doesn't, right? That would be crazy. Nightingales are the only weak link for him here. Oh, they're dodging the shots. What the heck? I guess Nightingale does have this aspect of bobbing up and down. Working out pretty well for him. Decimus gets called in everyone's vortex. This is gonna hurt. Although there was a heal, it's gone now. Omega Team might not be that effective against Decimus, but all these upgraded infantry units sure are. Scoot's based on half health. I think it will just go down to 0 now. Zero. But Scoot has bases. They're mini. They're all over. Huh? Where's the Kodiak? Oh, it's siege turret. Eventually we'll take the minis. But I think ultimately Dark probably wants like a tank roaming around the back to clear the minis or something. Shock rounds and Cyclops are getting made and researched. Scoot still has a base advantage now because of the minis, so that's maintained. But this can be cleared out pretty easily. Alright, big fight It's time. Ooh, Scoot's hitting pretty hard with that beam. Trash is getting dropped pretty much exclusively on Decimus. There's also a beam. Decimus will be going down almost certainly here. What? That's ridiculous. How did he walk out of that? And he's still healing himself. Because, you know, found the siphon bug. It is what it is. I'm not sure he's gonna get away this time. Oh my god, he teleports. Woo! If he didn't regenerate out of combat, he would have died right there. 2 stars on J-Rome. Can he kill Decimus? Ah, Dark is running instead. I think he could have gotten the kill. There's a 3-star Marine. Vortex Lightning is coming through. That might hurt that Spartan a lot. Don't tell me he has another beam ready with the Decimus. He actually might. Spartan more valves coming in. Nobody's taking damage now. Whether they're in the Mastodons or not doesn't seem to matter too much. Whoa! Double victory turret getting dropped in retaliation to that beam attack. There's 4 slots now in Mastodons, by the way, as well. So all these veteran infantry units should be saved 100%. Decimus is walking into the mine. He don't care. I think Scoot's dead, guys. He might just be dead here. Oh, the Hellbringers are burning down his other base. Holy cow, dude. The minis are going strong still, but if he loses the mains, that's it. The victory turrets are saying GG. That's why there's 2 of them. Whoa. Great victory over Scoot there for Dark. Ladies and gents, Scootman's bringing Shipmaster, one of his best leaders, here to Rift. Looking for a longer match. But maybe that's not in his best interest, as Darkangel brings Colony. Can be really, really strong in this matchup. Very difficult to deal with the Hunter Capitano. Very difficult to deal with the big drop. But unlike Shipmaster, Colony doesn't have displacement. Displacement could be the big play. And really, really long run, Locust can certainly break Colony. It's just, do you get there? And if you do, are they prepared? Because if they are, then it's not going to work. So yeah, this could be a really rough matchup for Shippy. They need to get something done early on and put away Colony before things get too bad. Jesus Christ, chat. See. Scoot fans going nuts. Anyway, we've got... I'm not repeating that. Scootman's got the minis. He's also going hero in this one. You know, that hero can be quite a nuisance. But Dark isn't gonna directly try and counter that. He's just getting a second power extractor. What now? He could get his own hero. He could turtle. Realistically, he can get a second base and still turtle, to be honest. Scoot's doing some great work with the power nodes, getting the 2 side ones all at the same time. Maybe he can pump out some more grunts so he can do 3 spots at once. So the good thing about Elite Grunts and obviously UNSC, you can just order these guys to capture while they're fighting. With the Brute Grunts, that is not possible. Okay, that Grunt squad is too weak to fight off the Sentinel. That's just not gonna happen. So Scoot got a little overeager there. Here comes Dark to just take over the power nodes though. That's nice. Scoot did all the work. And he just can't have it, can he? Oh, Legend says the other guys are playing right now. That's good, that's good. Itachi versus Chat shows. Unfortunately, we're not gonna cast that. It's just ongoing. I think Hachi is a streamer anyway, so if you guys really want to watch, then you can. I think he's streaming anyway. Skits and choppers are going to be the order of today. If Dark can get like 5 of those, then he's got the hero under control for sure. He probably doesn't want to, you know, get the chopper upgrade on top. He'd rather go tier 2 in my opinion. Do some great work here. He might have to though if he wants to engage the grunts. To be fair, the chopper upgrade does work wonders against the elite grunts. But then the shipmaster response is get engineers. They'd be more or less able to hold on to their butts in such a scenario. Like the grunts in the garrison there, more or less able to tank this. The invisibility from Invisibro there, also a nuisance for sure. Dark did not get engineers or the upgrade for the choppers, so he's just gonna have to take this on the chin. Maybe a quick engineer call in, but these can't detect, they're not real engineers. They're just Walmart engineers. Still, all the grunts are toast, so great cost efficiency for Dark, and he has a second base coming up. He can go tier 2. All is well for him. Scoot is getting a second base. He's tier 2 already. So, all things considered, with 4 power nodes behind, I'd say he's at an advantage here, especially with the upgraded hero being able to fight the choppers soon. He just needs a moment to get the shields back up and the upgrade to kick in. Dark will be tier 2 in a moment. I was getting the Hunter Capitano before upgrades. I don't like that. That's dangerous business. And the 5 power nodes are giving Scoot a huge edge right now that he can just directly pump into raid camp units. Mostly the gamers. What are they called? They're called Rangers, yes. You guys are called the gamers. Ooh, that honor guard is on the struggle bus. Choppers did great with the defense. We'll need some grunts to recapture stuff. He's also got a second war council? What is going on? What is happening? Definitely got third point now, so he wants to clear Scoot's expo. If he can manage that without losing his own base. Oh, Scoot has a drop of his own, but he's using it aggressively? That is strange. Garrison is now taken by the Capitano. Oh no, Dark. I don't know about the Goliaths here. That might not work how you want it to. They crash into the Hunter. There's a beam. Oh, the engineers might not make it there, even with the Skid's help. Okay, splits off, but the Capitano is dead then. So, yeah, that didn't quite go how Dark would have liked. And he lost all the choppers. Or, well, many of them. Yeah, that's about to get a lot worse. You can't get rid of this guy. Now you see, if Darkangel had been more aggressive and he pressures the base and drops in the Goliaths here, this base just goes down in my opinion. Might be able to hold the base still. Definitely some of those elites will be going down. Oh, and the Capitano's back. There's the cowardly teleport ad. No bias against Shipmaster whatsoever. Too dark. Finally getting that Siphon Overcharge. Okay, that's where the hero starts to become a real force to be reckoned with. But Scoot just maintains his 5 power node control. That's the crazy part. Okay, it's 4. It's 4. With all these Reavers present, it's going to be very difficult to make anything happen with Engineers. But Dark pulls him back. That's exactly what needs to happen in these cases. And the Capitano is dealing with the Reavers anyway. There is a Locust. A bit ambitious to go for it right now. Darkangel would just be taking over that garrison. Not. He won't be doing that. Scoot secures it. And the guys teleport home to get out of trouble. Probably the safe pick. More skits. And a bunch of Marauders are on the way as well. And I hope that that's going to be a base upgrade. No, it's just a skit. Dude, Dark, you gotta upgrade this base, man. Because now Scoot's actually on 5 power nodes. Spirit support coming through. Stacking up those elite hunters, elites and hunters with veterancy. It's pretty damn brutal. So Rams are coming through to get some slowing effects. Maybe the Engineer over there gets taken down or something. Maybe not. Oh, the Goliath is definitely toast though. Ooh, that base needs healing. Man, those Locusts. They're not even upgraded yet. And they're gonna get it. Oh, shit. That's a dead base. Yeah, Scoot doing great there. All is not lost for Dark, though. He still has his big drop. And that can do a lot of damage. I don't know why he's using the Goliaths defensively. That's like the worst use for them. You've seen how little damage they do to these Hunters and Elites. It's really not their job. If they had been on the other side of the map, causing some havoc. I mean, you see Scoot has 3 generators here. He's got a shielded base now. The mini bases are untouched the whole game. So Dutch is playing a little too defensive right now. And maybe he can catch some of these Locusts. That at least seems doable. Quick displacement to get rid of even the mini base. Locust still goes down, but there's 3 more where they came from. It'll be a long walk of shame back for these guys. There's no healing now. Dark will have to get his Apex going. I think his big drop as well. It's just an absolute must at this point. Bunch of locusts coming out. I really want to see vehicle upgrade 1 now for Scoot. He can afford it too. Just does he want to stockpile the power for some beam perhaps, or whatever. He's upgrading his bases. But these locusts could really use the health upgrade especially. Not so much the damage, they already do good damage, it's just so flimsy. Honor Guard looking for some trouble there. Could weaken the extractor for the other guys. Just soften it up a bit before they dive in. I'm not sure Dark is allowing it. He's got units on the other side this time. That's it. That's what I wanted to see the whole time. Imagine if all the drops had acted that way. Scoot gets taunted. This is big trouble for him. He needs to teleport out of here. Loses 2 locusts right away. Loses the mini base as well for sure. But these guys are hard at work in the main base. Going after the turret. Are they going to cancel vehicle upgrade 1? No, no, no. That came through. So definitely some opportunity here for Dark to do something. I hope he brings the engineers to save that generator there. Okay, the engineer bubble is on, but he's not actively healing. And the Reaver's taking that. He lost 2 generators just now. That's all his power income right there. And Scoot just calls in another spirit support, draining the base of all life there is. Displacement gets used as well. The Hunter Capitano is still on, however. Could technically solo this entire army. Holy cow. He's so strong. But Scoot has done the damage he came here to do. The next wave should be able to finish this, especially with the beam getting cast right now. Dark doesn't seem to have a teleport, and that's going to be it. At least for this game. Score is now equalized. We'll get at least 4 games out of the series then. And then there's the grand finals later. Scootman, Anders, blue color. On the other side, Dark is red. He's Voridus. Remember, in the Rising Star League, Voridus' combat spoils is not banned, so you can definitely snowball, especially on Mirage, where there's so many mini bases to fight and leech resources off of. We'll have to see what Scoot is gonna decide, but it's not this side mini base, he gets the other one. So Dark will basically have the opportunity to get a whole lot of brutes into this main base. Scoot obviously wants a Spartan to stop that. It's one of the best options. Why is no one betting points on these players? Must be because everyone's a bot, right? Dead internet theory proven right. You all don't exist. Dark siphoning a little bit off the extractor to start. It's not much, but it's not nothing. Already 2 harvesters have been upgraded for him. With potentially more on the way. Choppers and jump back brutes will be able to deal with the Spartan more or less. But you basically hug the base, you have a turret. Get some additional infantry out as well, and it should be good from there. Oh, rabbits are the answer. That's a good answer, actually. Might force out some grunts. Grenadiers getting cleaned up there by the Spartan. That's great. It will be still difficult to capture that power node for the Marines. So I think the Spartan best do it. Really like this ledge for hiding the brutes. And you can just go in later when they least expect you. Draw away those rabbits or something. Of course, they already upgraded because Anders makes the upgrades cheap. I wonder what second point Scoot picked. Does he have mines? It's pretty useful against warders, I'd say. And what about Dark? He's not doing chopper upgrades here. That's a lot of rabbits, guys. That's really a lot of rabbits, and I'm not sure the choppers can handle the situation. Grenadier has added a lot of damage into this with the... Oh my goodness. With the goo. It's doing so much damage to the rabbits, holy shit. Never underestimate, but the Spartan, nobody can deal with that at the moment. And these brutes haven't been doing anything this whole time. There's also no more getting made. It's a harvester now there. These jackrabbits have been reset, but can the brutes actually do some damage? Looks like they jump into the advanced generator, as they'll be getting a lot of power off of that. And maybe a kill if Dark reset micros them especially. But the rabbits are rushing back home, trying to defend it. Not sure they will get that anymore. Dark better have a second generator himself. He does, he does. It's not upgraded yet, but he does destroy this one. That's gonna matter. Doesn't seem to have a good answer for the Spartan. That's tough. Hey, there's a heal. Invigorating Frenzy. Could heal up the choppers. Please walk into it. Don't fear the turret. This heal is amazing. Oh no, the choppers remain damaged. There's enough rabbits as well to handle the choppers. Especially with the Spartan's help. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. 2 choppers down. And there's more, but that Spartan is just such a strong anchor to this. Yikes, that was brutal. 1 star for the Spartan. Time to capture more power nodes for Scoot there, I'd say. He's right there. And he will take that chance. Bit of a node strat, but the Spartan will fix it. He has shields now, it's fine. Dark is tier 2 though. Getting a pack brother upgrade. Wow, he's really had enough of these rabbits. Scoot's tier 2. I'd say these jackrabbits though are getting crazy in number. Very nice stuns by the brutes there. That should be a whole lot of jackrabbits down thanks to the grunt mines. But then the Spartan comes in with the upgraded rocket launcher. Oh shit. Those grunts are... they're goners. Safe to say. Why do I make tournaments at Saturdays? Because that's the only time I'm really available for an 8 or 9 hour session. On Monday I have work. I work on weekdays, right? So if we finish at 2 a.m, I'm gonna be destroyed on Monday. That's why I do Sunday show matches, but Saturday tournaments. Show match ends quick. Tournament might take 10 hours. Sometimes I have dinner at 2 a.m. To make these happen, so that's why. This is the final. This is the winners final. So there's still a losers final after that, and then a grand final. Those are normal units. They're not veterans, not from the drop. Dark is actually making some marauders. Getting a good amount of resources off of this too. We should be seeing warthogs any moment now. There's 4 on the field already and probably a whole lot more coming in. What do we think about making a tournament tier list solely based on tournament win rate? The tier list is based on tournament winnings. The rule is, if you defeat the player, then you're taking their spot and they're gonna be 1 lower. That's how it works. If you took a win rate based thing, it would be very similar. But it's expensive to recode everything, so we're not going to do that at this point. It's representative enough. And it allows for instant mobility, so if you play 1 Rising Star but you end up defeating an A-tier player, then off you go into the Pro League. You know. Or rather, if you defeat an S-tier player, then you go into purely Pro League. Everyone can play Pro League now, so you're not even locked out. It's really just for seeding. It's accurate enough. I mean, Scoot and nice Rams. Scoot and Dark here, they were actually the top 2 seeds. And here they are in the winners final, so we know the system works. Reaver production is coming right up, but I think Dark is just gonna lose his bases, whereas Scoot seems to be able to keep them for now. If he's gonna be on the offensive, then obviously he can do whatever he wants. Got a lot of resources packed up already as well. If he just throws away some warthogs very slowly and gets that pop upgrade, then he will be able to drop in the Retriever Sentinel and do a lot of damage. Got a big drop. Right on the base, but there are Reavers. It's just one of them is stolen already. Another one is stolen. Oh my god, Scoot has prepared this. Ooh, that's a lot of Reavers. Good luck taking all those away. Go on, do the jump. Holy shit, Scoot's instantly gonna lose this. That's it, bye-bye. Holy cow. The Marauder is such a good addition here because it slows down the target. Scoot's in real trouble now. If there's a counterattack that takes his base, then these guys are on even footing once more. Dark is definitely getting a stable endgame here. Is he just gonna go for a volatile Scarab? That could be good. Scoot's just gonna kill all the Reavers. Shoot the weak one. Yes. It'll be a long time until we see the next Retriever, but softening up Dark is working well so far. Man, I don't think he can destroy that base. Scoot's holding it. Oh my god. Dark is just not allowed to have an expo. Holy shit. And Scoot has another one. Alright, this is looking pretty bad for Dark. Couldn't make the war this snowballing happen. Oh, that's a misclick there. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was on purpose. I don't know. Maybe the Spartan won't make it out of here. I kid. Holy shit! That's a really good use of Cataclysm. Those hogs are absolutely getting it. Holy shit. Wow. Great use by Dark. But he's still down 14 population against 71, so I think Scoot can take it. Dark loses a base down there. These super weak units can still deny a base, and then Scoot can do whatever from here on. If he has another Nightingale or two coming, then he can heal everyone up as well. This guy can go. Soon TM. Now Dark doesn't even have minis anymore, so unless he goes Scarab, all is lost, I'd say. Only tier 3 now, oh boy. Yeah, double Marauder for a while maybe, and then maybe Volatile Scarab, but it's asking for a lot, and you don't have Bubble Shield Engineers, right? So it's just such a difficult situation to be in as Warrior, so you don't really turtle to come back with him, in my opinion. Something like Colony is so much better at this. Even though the Volatile Scarab is pretty damn good. You know, you siphon the whole base's resources away. It's really good for that. These late game Cyclops. Quite something. Oh, late game. Scoot is in tier 2. He's gonna be in tier 2 for a while. Even though he's fighting Wraiths now, things are still on the up for him. Hey, Doctor the Middle Mini. What's this? It's time for Kodiaks. Retriever Sentinels ready. Oh boy. That's spooky. Surely he doesn't have another Cataclysm. Why use Maelstrom now? It's working. I mean, it did some damage, but that wasn't great. Without Cataclysm, it kind of doesn't do much. And we've got a Retriever fallen. Oh boy. I just don't see how you stop that with 2 Reavers. Even though the turrets are upgraded to anti-air, the base shield will drop very rapidly to the Kodiak fire. Maybe one more volley. And that's that. Alarmier's full health. Spartan can just steal anti-air. Much as he wants. You took one of the high health ones. And now you just wrecked the base, I think. There's no more turrets. All units right click. Done. For X. He's playing on the controller. And that's gonna be 2-1. But Scoot, he needs one more victory in this. See if he can get it. Ladies and gents, we are in game number 4. The first one, since Scoot is going to be playing as Isabel. Didn't expect that. The reason I didn't is because Dark has this Forge guy available. And he's going to use it. Forge kind of can counter Isabel. So this is rough. You just get more vehicles. You get a Forge Hog with them. Now Isabel can play infantry. But on a large map like this one, Ashes, that could be a little bit difficult to pull off. And we're already seeing Scoot starting to go for an aggressive pathing to make something happen with that potentially. But Dark just counters that with his own. There's also a Jackrabbit for both players. Obviously, Dark is going to have more easily upgraded buildings. So he's got 2 heavy supply pads already, and he's getting the generator upgrade as well. Whereas for Scoot, that's a little bit harder. Dark is also saving for a second generator before he goes into the final mini base. Yeah, Scoot just has to be more aggressive then. Getting a bunch of Marines out, actually, not Rabbits. As obviously the Rabbits wouldn't be able to hold against the Forge Hog. That's just not a thing. Ammo round would absolutely destroy them. So you have to go Marines, I think, in tier 1 and then transition into tier 2, where you do get to use Warthogs, but it's a little bit difficult to pull off, honestly. Oh, you guys probably want to bet, right? Go for it. Second gen is upgraded for Dark. Scoot hasn't even started. Got turret. Oh, wait. Secret gen. That's how you do it to Mexico. We got a Rabbit on the case. Darkangel's making some more, and the Ford truck on the far side of the map. They're gonna put on some pressure. This is tough for Scoot because it's not easy to defend this. The turret's not necessarily gonna reach. And these rabbits can also cause a lot of problems for those Marines down there, which they're gonna go and try and do. Truck really doesn't have an answer to it here. He can do whatever he wants to these Marines. So short of running away into the garrisons up here, they really had no option there. Dark's gonna decapture this. And he's running once again for that generator up there. Scoot's heading to tier 2 though. Whereas Dark's a little slower, a lot slower actually, to that. Because obviously the hero costs a lot of power. Means that Scoot's gonna be able to swap into Hogs way sooner than Dark. And especially the case with Scoot actually protecting his power node. That's sick. And he's got another one. Now Dark's getting on the job as well. He's gonna have a second base. So as long as he has enough rabbits out, then really this is not that much of a problem. Scoot does at least get the recycle out of that. The mini base is gone, so is the income from the gen. Maybe I'll make a new one, but I think right now he's just prioritizing the Hogs. Going up to a lot of turrets there. Oh wow, he's making it in the main. Interesting. Dark's doing a little bit of decapturing here and there. Ooh, maybe an ammo round in the middle of those Marines is gonna be pretty painful. The holograms in the middle. So those are gonna draw some of the shots at least. Plenty of real Warthogs in there though, so I think Dark has to respect this. He's gonna be tier 2 soon, and then he can add in his own Hogs as well as the actual Ford truck upgrade. Got a lot of supplies right now, so I really hope to see extra turrets and whatnot coming up as well on top of all that. Yeah, Scoot can definitely go and do some damage. Maybe Dark can steal this mini to get a little bit of extra leader power progression. Don't forget that if Scoot goes for a ram kind of play, then Dark would have the scatter bomb available as well. Comboing with an ammo round against vehicles would be absolutely perfect too. But they're going for it. And we're gonna have ammo round. Oh, those Hogs are gonna be destroyed, man. But so is the Forge Hog. He gets it. So Dark has to probably retreat all the way into his main. His Expo is also gonna have turret protection. Defensive aura is about to be done. The Hogs actually crash into the rabbits here. They're doing a pretty good job of that. Taking those down. The turret's nearly done now. Rabbits are just too light to be able to protect themselves against all this. Turret's done, but the generator's already weak. Will be going down without too many losses, and I think Scoot, even despite that, will be staying around anyhow to just deny that. good takedown on that gen, for sure. But Dark at the moment has more mini bases, so Scoot has to work on this. And there's some sneaky hogs getting made as well. Defensive aura Forge Hog is out, and Dark is just pumping hogs like this. No tomorrow. He's got all the upgraded pads pretty much. And with the Anvil round support, these hogs are just going to be a whole lot better. It's not even the Anvil round, the aura makes them so much better. And granted, Scoot will be taking down this mini base for sure, but then he's probably forfeiting this base. Can't allow that. Anti-vehicle turrets getting upgraded. Scoot might get that up, but not for a long time, I'd say. That seems pretty weak already. Probably best to cancel that. Oh, he lets it finish. Only got one shot in. That's an expensive loss. We've got the third generator of Darks upgrading now. Scoot controls 4 power nodes on the map. That's actually a pretty big aspect of this. Long term, he will catch up. Got a lot of hogs here right now as well. And Dark is just about to lose that Forge Hog, I think. Yeah, it's gone. No scatter bomb this time. Send everybody back home. It would be nice to have a few Marines out and about to just deal with those power nodes, but Scoot seems to have a better grasp on that right now. He's also got the mini base advantage. Also will be taking care of this number next. He probably doesn't want to take the full engage here. Surely, right? That's a choke point, and it's dangerous because of the bombas. And heavy metal as well. Oh my goodness. That's a brutal, brutal victory for Darkangel right there. Scoot did not need that right now. Immediately after that, Darkangel follows through with a third base. No surprises there. And now a counterattack probably. Sure, Dark will lose the mini, but what he's gaining right now is a lot of momentum. Okay, that was too ambitious. Scoot was never going to allow that, right? What is Dark spending on if he has no... Oh my god, he got another generator. I was wondering that. But why not save up for... I'm so shocked he didn't save up for the tanks instead. Grizzly drop. Scoot's tier 3, by the way. He's got a Spartan out. That should be able to do a little bit of a jump and mine combo if he's got that unlocked. We've not seen Mech Blast so far, so I'm assuming it's not gonna be that. Takes a Wolverine. Great Rams coming through. That Forge Hog is in serious trouble. In fact, Dark is in serious trouble. That generator was definitely too greedy. And it's now Scoot with the super tanks. These things are absolute beasts. No other tank really beats them. And certainly not with leader power support. I think Dark might be dead, guys. This is it. Those tanks are gonna break the base. Okay. Dark survives for now. But what will he do about the next wave of tanks? It's just seemingly so impossible to make anything happen. And even if he does drop in his Grizzlies, these tanks are on the same level. Scoot will probably have their upgrade. No, he's upgrading his Spartan first. That's weird. But this is the last ditch effort. If this doesn't work, nothing will. And spoiler, pretty bad news. Spartan takes one right away. And then in come the tanks. This heavy metal, which will help a little bit, but it's already a numbers disadvantage. Maybe they'll get another generator or something, but just not gonna work. Scoot is 97 pop versus 22. Dark is stuck in tier 2. Can't beat the Isabel tanks. All Scoot needs to do is cross the map with what he's got. No other units coming anyway. Oh, this is slow. That's a very slow boy right there. What's he waiting for, by the way? Maybe Dark goes air real quick, but it's gonna be pretty freaking miserable. Go all anti-vehicle turrets. Full on air swap is on, boys. Scoot's making generators everywhere, pretending to be Johnson, but he's actually Isabel. He has to pay full price for those. So expensive. Hey, tech free. Vultures. I just think it's too late, guys. It's a good fight, but there's no anti-vehicle turrets. There's no big enough numbers of vultures. If it was like 5 of them, I'd say fine, maybe there's a shot, but well, look at that massive fleet. I know half of it is holograms, but still. Bombs won't really hurt anyone, and any tank that dies comes back anyway. Okay, we have a good amount of vultures now, and their nukes seem to be making a small difference at the very least. There's another one. Okay. Some good shots. But still, Darkangel's half base is already wrecked. Oh my god. A tier 3 Warthog. Comes another nuke. That one should go down there. Okay, maybe Darkangel has a shot here. I don't know, guys. This was alright-ish. Tanks are coming back for another wave. Scoot probably wants that pop upgrade now, to be fair. Oh, here come the Wolverines. Yeah, once the Wolverines start rolling in, this is gonna turn around pretty quick. Now they can't move. Look at that slow. It's slow good. Okay, there's the... Okay. Scoot has vultures too now. He stole them. Briefly, but enough to fire at least a nuke. Maybe might get a second one. Now Dark just can't defend himself really. Also doesn't know which one is real and which one's fake. Now the vultures will be coming back, but the Spartan just steals one as well. And they get instantly picked as they respawn. Dark knows he's toast. He's up against a very rich Scoot here. Wait, what? How does Scoot still have a grizzly? Huh? The Spartan's in there. How does Scoot have a grizzly? I am so confused right now. What? Guys? It got, oh, it got destroyed while he was under combat salvage, of course. Then he keeps it. That's amazing. Okay, okay, GG. Scoot gets it. 3-1. Moves on into the grand finals. Maybe these two will play again. Of course. Goes in the machine. And then combat salvage together especially can also result in this. Not just Spartan ownership. Alright, gamers. Scoot voters get a 13% return. And we should hopefully have our losers finals ready to go. With Chetro's Pros actually defeating Hedgie 2-0. So what we'll have is Darkangel versus Chetro's Pros coming right up. So that's 1 and 3. Not 2. Let's reset that. My bad. Yeah, that was 3 and 1. Yeah. Now it's good. So Darkangel and Chetro's coming up, and then Scoot is waiting in the grand finals for another round. You hold on there, fellas. We're gonna gear up for this. Okay, just notifying the players to get going. Maybe they'll need another break. We'll see, we'll see. Wow, I'm getting old, guys. I had a lot of sleep, and we want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.